Abster TCG.
So what's up guys, and welcome to another video here on Abster TCG on this beautiful Friday. Happy weekend you all. So 2 days ago I had a coaching session with Jon Slow, is his nickname, shout out to you. And we were looking through some local games he had and recorded for us, and there were actually two really interesting Lim games that he played, and I got a lot of requests for Lim, and I have not played that much against the matchup because there's not that many on Sim, and I tend to play a lot of ranked, and there's not a lot of Lims on ranked either. I think like this video will be really good, so we will be looking through these two replays and just talk a little bit about the games. I just have to mute this one here. So we have Lim versus Teach. I am actually going to do this slightly sped up, so we skip the parts where we are thinking at least a little bit. So yeah, the die roll is done. I missed who won it or lost it, but yeah, I think we are going second as a Teach. We're looking at this hand. We find stage, Kusan, Auger, Lib. I think this hand is really good into Lim. You have stage, you have Lib, which is a card, and yeah, no 4-drop, but I think that should not be the hardest thing to grab. Yeah, so we are cutting the opponent. The opponent went for a mulligan, which is a good sign. So their hand can be either good or either bad, or mediocre, I guess. But we will see. So Lim will just start one on and pass. We will activate the stage, the Hachinosu, and discard the Auger to look at the top 3, and we take the Lafitte. I think taking Lafitte there is okay to do. The problem is next turn, preferably, we want to maybe get out a 4-drop, or if Lim decides to play a 6k body here, we can also swing 8 on it with leader, and we can also use Lafitte to tap the search. We get a search of it. And then because he's on 3 don, he does not get any additional bodies because he did not play any 1-drops. That means that Lafitte will be acting as a pseudo blocker, which is really good against Lim, which is a more aggressive deck. So if we get rid of the body and we get a hit on Lafitte, that's the best case scenario. But if we don't get rid of the body, we get rid of 2 cards, and this card also goes out of resources super fast. We are going to take the 5 phase, and we are getting the Docu. Also, I have to say, this is also pre-ban list, but I don't think Docu comes up in this matchup, and I don't think it makes that much of a difference if it's pre or post ban list, essentially. Maybe depending on how many liberations you are playing. So we are going to tap 3, ramp 1, and play a Doffy rested. So it's actually a target for a 8k swing. We are going to start with the Lafitte here and looking at top 5 of our deck. I don't completely remember our hand we had, but if we don't have a 2k, we obviously take stronger here, because I always like to have a 2k. 2ks are good, so if he decides to swing a lot of like 7ks, you can take 1, you can pitch 2, so you don't have to pitch like 3 cards, or those don't have to pitch 2 cards on a 6k either. And like Teach is good, we are on even curve, but we will probably find more Teaches. Age is good, but we don't have a bird just yet, so we don't really have like the biggest reason to pump it yet. So now we are going to go 8 on the Doffy here. The opponent is going to throw a Nami and a Usohachi, so double 2k actually, which is nice. We are going to stage away the Kusan because we already have one Kusan. We are on even curve, which means that on 6 ton, we don't know if we're gonna play Kusan. Maybe play a Birdius or something else. Maybe play a Kusan, but I don't think we will use 2 Kusans this game, because on 8 preferably we want to do 2 4-drops, or maybe like this on a 4-drop instead of a Kusan. So going second Kusan is a little bit worse than once you go first. Yeah, so we search for a My Era Begins here with the stage. We shall, oh, we have 2 Kusan, and yeah, that's why we threw 1, 2. And we are going to decide to use leader here. I think what we are doing, we are playing around, because the opponent will be at 6 stones. We are playing around that, like he could play like the Searcher into NL, which means that he gets 2 bodies and replaces the cards in hand too, which is really good for this deck to do. But if we pitch now and he decides to send board, he's not refilling the hand. So for example, if we go for a Liberation next turn, we can clear and then we're on 6, we can't swing 6, but we can swing phase maybe, and then we are getting out the resources for them. So I think pitching there is good, and like Black Hole is kind of a blank card in this matchup if not combined with Augur, and even then you only get the 5 drops, which is not super important. Okay, so we are using 3 of our Don under a leader. Then we are going to swing with the Toffee on Lafitte. I think it's better to swing on Lafitte first because obviously we can get a pistol and trigger. We are going to take a Teach because it's a 8k, we're not gonna do that. He's going to get up a Sabu and pass here. Sabu is a annoying card because it snowballs. It's like Sangoro, we could say. So we're going to pitch the Lib here. Probably looking for... I have to see the hand again to see exactly what we're looking for, but we are looking at least. Okay, we are taking the Vasco shot now. Getting blue ball here, we're taking the Lafitte. I was gonna say like it's Friday, we can take a Vasco shot, everyone. Yeah. So we go 8 on the Doffy, which is good because our opponent only has 3 cards in hand, so there's like high likelihood that it hits. But if our opponent could guard there, I think we should. It's like our only way to win is like if we start to go aggressive now, but he already threw the 2 keys before, so him having 2 keys here is like not that likely, or not as likely, because he threw 2 of the ones he should have had in hand because we did a good early play. So now we are using the Lafitte to try to search for our 8 on turn. And here, yeah, we are picking up the Shiryu for the counter. Yeah, and we pass. So, I mean, this is looking okay. I mean, the Lim player can get out 2 bodies next turn. Depending what body this is, we can Liberation to clear them. We are still at 3, so maybe we can go down to 2 next turn. Maybe we get the pistol trigger. I don't think you play Bid in the list because it's pre-ban list. So, yeah, and we are really looking to get to Big Teach too. And also, I don't think Lim should go for Zorro in the Teach matchup. Maybe I'm mistaken, but it feels like there's so many ways to get rid of Zorro as it comes in tapped. You need a blocker together with it, and like if you're late game, you can just Teach it, or like you can go for stronger Augur pistol or stronger pistol or something like that. And yeah, but maybe I'm wrong with this. I have to play more into this deck. Our opponents would be at 9 Don, so there's like the option of playing like a body and a like 3 cost, maybe like a body, 2 big bodies, swing. Yeah, we are going to go 5 at Lafitte, so there's no reason to put on a leader. We are going to go 9 for a Shanks, okay. Yeah, Shanks is definitely also a good card, but it's like a vanilla stick, like a 9-11 in this matchup, which is not the worst, but it's not super good either. But it's surely is a little bit annoying here. We're going to start with stage here. Optimally, we are looking for some bodies here, and we find a Mr. B and Vasco. Yeah, I think we have a Burgess in trash next to the Kusan here, so we can get it up with the Kusan. Then we're probably going to play the Vasco beside it to have a way to block the Shanks. Then we can stun it next turn. Yes, we're going to go Kusan now, and we crack it directly. I like that. To see another card and activate the Burgess for next turn. So yeah, and the Burgess is essentially 1 card from being an 8k. We are going to do lead this turn, so it's 8k. And we are doing the leader flipping thing, which I kind of like. Okay, so Lim player is gonna untap. This game looks up in the air. Probably to an average side looks favor to Lim, but yeah, because he can just like maybe play 2 bodies on board. We are getting a trigger here for Liberation, which means that we can stun the Lim. If Lim wants to play 2 5 costs, he can't invest any Don in what is it called, Sabu either, or like in Lim or Sabu. Plus, if he plays cards, they will not come in rested, which means that the Sabu won't get fuel to draw if it swings, which is kind of cool to see. Our opponent is going to play Rosie rested here, forgetting that the Lim ability is turned off. Because yeah, your card stone's not coming tapped anymore. So we're going to swing a 9 here, and we are going to counter out. I like countering out here, staying at 2. And just because like he did not develop any further on board, counter next turn is not the most important thing if we can stun here, kill this and kill this. Because he has only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in hand, yeah. So throwing here is like it's... I'd rather be at 3 life, or 2 life than taking a hit. Maybe there's some arguments actually to take, but also us pitching here gives stats to Burgess too, which means that we will have bigger odds of clearing this Sabo here. So now we are taking another big bossman. Teach. We are going to teach now. And yeah, we are going to negate the Shanks. And he's going to stand the Rosebite's effect. And then throwing 2-1 case to protect it. Yeah, yes, we can protect the Sabo. And then we're going to do leader, and then we're going to pass. So like, this is the thing with Teach too against a lot of matchups. I think people feel like too hasted to drag your opponent down in life, but in the end, in some matchups, you are going to sit with like huge bodies on board, like maybe even 1 more here or 2 more here. Like killing your opponent from 4 or 5 life can happen so fast once you like get to late game. And if they have not taken the life yet, they're probably low on cards in hand, which means that they are going to take all of these hits and just get killed in 2 turns. So it's heads up here just to focus on board and not like focusing here too much. And by not going here, that means less cards for Lim to work with until later. But in some cases you have to swing into some matchups. I think Lim might be a match where you want to push a little bit because the deck is more aggressive. So you want to get in a state where they also have to be a little bit defensive, because if they try to go in on you, it's like an all-in for them. But it doesn't feel like it, because yeah, you have 2 birdies, they have like 2 life or something, and then you can go 9, 11 and like 14 or something just to win. So we stand as the Lim player here. We have Shanks and Sabu here. Okay, so we are going to the 4. Okay, I was thinking, because there's like no 4 drops in this deck, right? Maybe the Robin card is a 4 drop, but only that. Okay, so we are... Oh, now we are talking about that the roses should not been tapped. But yeah, that happens when you play, especially locally. Like, it's just good to notify, because this is such a weird interaction, because this is, I would not say this is on the Lim player, because this is an interaction that's like far outside of Lim's deck, and this probably happened maybe to him the first time here. So maybe he's like, because he's so used to play everything tapped. So I just think that he forget. This actually happened to me when I play Vegapunk too, that he negated my leader, and I actually swung with it then, because I was going to click on it to see what it said, and then it said I could attack, so I attacked with the Vegapunk leader just because I got lived. And I would probably not do that in a tournament if I would not be aware of it, because it's such a fringe, weird interaction to go through. So yeah. Yes, we are going to play a Sakazuki here with Lee to pass. So we are going to play another Teach and stun the Sakazuki. And this is the beauty with Teach, like 3 life, 3 cards in hand. We can just go 5 and then swing here, lead this up, and then we can just kill him next turn. So we are at 1 life too, so we can even like take the big Shanks hit and just block these 2, because I don't think there's no unblockable cards here. As there maybe are, I don't know. Are there any unblockable cards? No? I mean, there's the Nami, but it is not like unblockable, but you have to play around it because it can lock a Don, so you're not going to 10. But as we're seeing, we have probably a leader effect this whole game from when he could get like the NL on play, the 3 cost on play to search, just to like block him from getting additional cards, which I like. And yeah, blocking the Shanks did not really matter. I mean, it made us tank. No, it was ±0 because yeah. And the Burgess is a 10,000 stick here. Yeah, looking at this, I mean, also with these games, like every game will look different against every leader. So like, if some games against Lim looks different for you and you lose another way, that will happen, of course. And then sadly I can't cover like all like scenarios you can get into against Lim, but I think like this is a good showcase of how to beat Lim. And I would say that even though Lim has not gotten the best, they have like put out a body into a body into a body. They missed like the 3 drop to get out 2 bodies, but I think that's like it. So I think like this have been showing Lim on kind of high power level, like playing. Maybe there could have been a Zorro coming down, but I don't think Zorro is that good against us. Even also in these spots we've been in, because we could have swung on it hard with leader, and he probably had to drop it because he would have like 2 cards in hand or something, like 3 cards in hand even. Yes, our opponent's going to think here. Going to swing a 10. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is just a free block for big man here. And he also swung a 5. Yeah, we are going to go... Is this a 12? Yeah, we swung a 12 on Teach. Maybe we wanted to bait it to just try to kill it, but like... This is just so over from here. There's like... We just have to do the math. We can... we should always start to swing with Birdies, because there are green events. Which tap our things. So... Yeah, 10k. I think maybe like 11. Oh, we are going to start to swing with lead. I think this... I mean... I don't know if you can call it misplay, but I think you should swing with Birdies first, or just to play around the possibility of that, and then... Like, if he counters out of this... I guess you swing with Birdies for Teach then, but I don't know. I like to swing with Birdies first in these scenarios just to play around a tapping trigger. Might as well do it, I guess. Yeah, so this was the first game. So let's get to the next one. So we got the other game here against a Lim. I don't know if we went first or second, we will see, and we are going to keep the hand. Just pause fast once we see it. So it's a stronger Vasco, Augur, Burgess, and stage. I think this is a good hand. It has stage, it has like some good cards. And so we are also going to look at a lot of cards from the top drawing and also from live before it really matters for the key cards. So our opponent is going to play the Lim. I think this card, I tried to test some Lim actually. And I think the deck was really inconsistent and really weird and clunky to play. And this card was like the best card, because if you don't find it, then you will play the things tapped, and your opponent can swing 8s into it, and you have to drop 2 cards. Then you're like sitting on... Because you want to go first, so then you're sitting on like 3 cards in hand, and then from there it's super hard to win. So I think like it's super necessary to see this card and play it on 1-2, because you can't play it on this dawn, because you want to flash out a card. And the next turn, yeah, maybe you can play it and flash out another one. But I think like this... Lim is this card, then Lim is like... probably a good deck, but if Lim does not see this 1-drop, Lim is a super bad deck in my opinion. So yeah, we are reading over the card. Yeah, so what it does, during the end of your turn you can stand a Odyssey card, so it can stand itself like it did here. And if you would KO this, you can rest a Odyssey card on board. So if you for example use Doc Q here now, you could just rest the Lim. Yeah, not make it any problem here. Yeah, so we're going to play the full lead. We are going to use stage full lead. I never say full lead. It's Hachinosu. Should I call it that? But we are doing stage, taking a Doc mid here. Doc mid, yeah. And we are going to pass then, and your hand is still kind of decent. We will be able to get out a Burgess next turn, or if we want, maybe we want to pistol a drop here actually, because Lim is aggressive deck. So getting rid of it now means that we save 2 turns of cards, and maybe we can get out Burgess later, because Burgess is kind of small now, so we won't swing with it until later either way. So yeah, I think we just pistol here, right? But we are going to start with Fulla Lead first, pitching the Burgess. Lim Looking at this hand, I don't think I agree with pitching birdies here. I think I would have pitched Doku here, because next turn we can play like a... I guess next turn we can Burgess Vasco into a Kusan for a Burgess. But if we, for example, want to use... Because we will like look at 3 cards, we will probably take a life, we will draw 1 or 2 cards before we go to 8. So there's like possibilities that we don't want to use our Don next turn for these 2, and then we can drop a double Burgess after that if we want. I don't know. But I usually like to keep the options up at least. Oh yeah, we need to take a Doku here. So now we just like cycled away a Burgess, which could have been better in hand for a slightly strictly worse card, not slightly. But yeah, overall I think the first game was really well played by this Lim player. By this Teach player, of course. Shout out to you on slow. So we are doing pistol on the Doffy. I like that. Then we are going to go a 5 in lead, and the Lim player here is going to take. And yeah, and then we'll pass. The Lim here, Lim is on 6th on here, so they can play like the 3 drop, and together with leader ability to get out 2 bodies, which is a little bit rough, but if we find the liberation on that, we straight up maybe not win the game on the spot, but we are really favored because our opponent is dropping 2 cards to essentially get out nothing. But we don't have leader on here, so there could be a Lim here coming down together with NL. That means search 1, then draw 3, discard 2, which essentially like fixes the hand. There's a reason why Graceful Charity is banned in Yu-Gi-Oh! So we are thinking here. Thinking emoji. Yeah, and now when he's thinking... Never mind, I can never do these small talk sessions. Lim is going to swing a 5, we will pitch a Doku. Okay, fast now. What are you going to do in the weekend? Comment down below. Now we play the Lim. All the algorithm, of course. To search, we search a Nico Robin here. So the Robin card is kind of good because you can protect the board from getting KO'd for 1 turn. I think if you have 2 Western Kekkers maybe. But I'm not completely sure of exactly what it does. We will see. Okay. Yeah, so the Lim is thinking here. Did the Lim players tap 3, do effect and think of what to play? I think so, because we... Yeah, okay, so we're going to play the Robin here to protect the board from KOs. And we are actually going to be able to stand the Lim here by our other Lim. It's better to stand this because this actually has effect at the end of the turn, and this is just like a on-play, 1 pump dump. Okay, so we will draw here. Did we draw? We drew a Lafitte. Yeah, Lafitte. Now we're going to throw the Dock mid. I mean, this is a matchup where people say it comes up into, but I don't think so. We're going to look here, and we could take. I don't remember what it was. I think maybe taking a... Did we have Teach in hand? I don't think so. We are on even dons. Maybe taking Teach now is okay. Yes, so we can guarantee that we have it. I would be tempted for Vasco, but we have Vasco, and for next turn we have a Lafitte together with a Kusan to get out a body, so I don't think we need to. Oh, we could also actually swing a 7 into the Robin here. Yeah, we are going to swing a 7 into the Robin instead of playing the Glug man. Yeah, I mean it's kind of rough to like counter out giving 2 cards to a 7k swing on a essentially vanilla stick. Not even vanilla added. Okay, so opponent is going to drop the Newgate and a... What's the Usohachi? Yeah. And then we are going to use leader. Oh, I'm yawning. I need some more coffee, you know. So we have, yeah, Bird is a 7k now, which is nice because we kind of locked him to swing already, which is nice. We are at 4 life, really good. 2 bodies are a little bit annoying because Lim can like use the Don now to swing like 6s or something, and then like play 1 body, or maybe even play 2 bodies this turn and start to do bigger swings next turn. But we have a Birdies, we have a Kusan, so we'll draw 1. We can put up a blocker next turn too. And after that we can play Teach, so we are not in the worstest of spots, but the Lim player surely looks like having the upper hand there. We are going to find the Kusan here after a 7, so looking at our opponent's Don piles, I'm expecting, yeah, 2 more 7s. 7s are of course good numbers into every deck except red-purple. Guess I can throw a 2k then. Or maybe not Roger. Maybe we want to swing 9 into Roger when he comes out. But yeah, okay, so we are getting another lib here. And we are actually going to use it on leader, I think. And it's kind of an interesting thing to do, so that he can't play out a lucky 5 drop from hand now. And swing a 7, which means that we essentially save 2 cards in hand just by dropping the black hole. We don't really need the black hole, so I like this play, I like this line. Now we're going to play another rested character, which should be standard either way, but it doesn't matter because we unrest our board with these two's effects, and then we're doing Lim effect to stand the Robin here. Oh wait, we could not been able to actually stand the Lim because this should be standing, which means that we don't have 2 rested bodies outside of Lim to stand Lim. That's interesting to see, but in the end it can actually matter because we would preferably have swung with Mr. B here on the Lim to get it out of board. But now we are looking for a liberation. I have seen this before, so I'm not calling the shots, sadly. Not like I do on streams. Yes, we are just going to pop the... We should pop the Lim and the Dove. Yeah, we should pop the Lim here because it has an effect outside of, like, because it can read stand itself, and which evidently matters. So in this spot we should be able to swing a 7 here, and then we would probably have won this, like, one spot there too. So yeah. But now we are going for a 5 lead. Lim take, or did you throw a card? Oh, maybe he's... Yeah, okay, so the Lim player is thinking here, and then we go for a 8. Then we're going to flip around our leader and pitch a card. Then we're going to play the Vasco and pass. So optimally here, this should be dead. There's no reason why this should not be dead because it should have been tapped, but it happens. Whatever. So we would have been in an even better spot here, but I think this spot also is good because we are on 10 next turn, which means that we can teach, so he can't really play something big here because he will get stunned and then he will die in 2 turns. So they need to play like 2 bodies, or like maybe even 3 bodies to like actually have a good chance of winning this game, but I don't know. So we are going to swing a 8 here on Burgess. Interesting. Do we know? No, we don't know of Kusan in hand. We're going to let it go. I think I actually might have blocked it Vasco. I would have fought with my hand, and then I would have blocked it Vasco to like pick my opponent. Because it's a 8k, so he has to invest. Maybe he would do 3 down again and then play something, but I kinda would like that play more, I think, just to protect it, because the upside of keeping Burgess is huge. So if this Lim goes face instead, then we still have the Burgess. I mean, I guess we can steer down 2 bodies, but we'll be able to take out 1 and then do... Yeah. We will see what the Lim will do here. Lim has 6 Don open. 7 Don open. Okay, so we're just going to play the Sakazuki and pass. We're not swinging with the Lim. I guess we are not doing it because we don't want to give Teach more cards now. So we recognize, okay, so you're kind out of cards. Which means that I want to choke you out from using leader ability each turn, because once you start Teach, and if it does leader every turn and play something, that's like bleeding 1 card out of hand every turn, because you draw, then you get rid of 2, you draw, you get rid of 2, so eventually you're at 0, if you don't use Kusander in that turn, of course, because then you're going to draw from him instead. We are going to think here. Wait, did we? Oh, we have normal. We can do this a little bit faster now. So we did swing a 5. We're getting a fresh cut here on the on the screen. Okay, so we are thinking here with these Teach Dons. I actually almost finished my Don set here of the Katakuri Dons. I just love that there's donuts on them, like he's eating them. I had to get a set. Yeah, we are just going to play Teach here and block the Sakazuki, and then we are going to pass. So as the Lim now, we are going to swing for a 7 here on lead. We are finding another Teach, which is nice, which means that we have a Teach and Ikusan in hand. Yeah, we have a Teach and a Kusan in hand. Maybe we actually should have that one. No, I don't know. Maybe this is also okay to do. So now we are playing a Lim here, and we are flashing out a Rosie. Then we are going to stand, yeah, our 2 Lims here, leaving the Rosie rested. I mean, yeah, you know, I think leaving Rosie rested is alright, because leader has to swing into it. But now this is looking really good for us as Teach players, because we can swing on the Rosie, and then we can do another Teach, or we could even go face, because 1 card, if we get the damage, then Rosie could swing the next turn, which so I think we have to swing a Rosie here. And I don't really remember, I think we are swinging face, but we have 3 blockers up and a stunned Sakazuki, which means that Rosie, I don't know if it goes sideways turn actually, or if it would next turn. I mean, if you have to go for game, then we have to go for game. Yeah, so we're going to take the 5 here, and now Teach is coming out. The big boss man, Teach. We are going to stun the Sakazuki, I'm quite sure. And I don't know if we need to lead the trash. Maybe we do actually, because of the Miyok, because 5, he could go 5, 5, and then like 7, and then 7, 7 or something. Or he could go, because he can use 3 Dons, 7, 7, 7, 7, 5 or something. But we can block 3 counter. No, okay, so we are safe either way, so I don't know if we need to trash here actually. Oh, we are going to play the Uso Hachi. But I don't know if I like that. Maybe I do, but it's 3 Don that could have went under Rosie here as a like 7k, and then we probably got this either way. But yeah, maybe this place is okay to do. But we are doing a 7 here. We could have went like a 5 and the 7 for free, or like a 9. So I don't know, we would have got this either way, so I don't know, we are going to go 5 here. We are just going to counter out. Yeah, so even if you kill Rose here and there were 2 down here, we would have 1 card less in hand, which means 1 less option. And if there's no blocker coming down, we are taking him out either way, like with double Teach and lead against these few cards. So the Lim player is going to swing another 5 here, we guard. yeah, we're not even wasting the blocks, just because they are so huge. And then from here, we are going to get a concede from the limb player maybe. No, we are standing the small bodies. We are standing the Rosie too. But yeah, this is game either way. And yeah, we have the black hole too, but it would not matter. We'll just go for game here. So GG's guys. Thanks for watching. It was for this video, and thank you so much to John Slow. Shout out to you for letting me use this footage for a video. A little bit of a Easter egg here in the corner with Vegapunk. Maybe we'll do some soon. I will do some more when EB comes out. No, but thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, use the affiliate link down below, and have a great weekend.